welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and welcome to Subscriber Sunday. So if you don't know already, Subscriber Sunday is a platform for people who subscribe to my channel to come and talk about their weight loss. So if you are new here, please introduce yourself down in the comments below and let us know what kind of plan you are on, what your weight loss was for this week, and anything else you feel comfortable sharing. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing your weight loss, no big deal. This is just a place that I wanted to create for us to all talk about how you are all doing, since most of you don't make videos. And for those of you who do make videos, let me know if I'm not already subscribed to your channel, because I would love to check you out. And even if I am subscribed to your channel, we want to know how you did this week. So yeah, and let's all talk to each other down there. Let's motivate, inspire, and just be there for each other. And this is a great community. Like I said, if you haven't been here before, you will find this is a wonderful place for people to talk, and I keep everything really positive. I monitor all the comments, and I would love for you all to get involved with each other and just, like I said, just motivate and support and inspire each other, because that's what we're here for. So also I like to have like a topic that we all talk about, and where we can all discuss and give each other ideas. And so that is what this is. And I'll just quickly talk about my weight loss, since I do also do a weigh-in videos on Friday. But just as a recap, I did have a loss this week. It was, I can't remember, it was 0.6 or 0.8, one or the other. So I'm still lost, and that's fine with me. I have no problem with that much of a loss. I just want to keep it. My goal is to try to stay, you know, around 195 or less for the holidays, so I kind of have a little buffer and I can enjoy myself but not go crazy around the holidays. So today's topic, and I actually was kind of thinking about this because I was, you know, I don't remember what I was doing, but I was sitting there, I was thinking, gosh, I wish I would have known that before I started, like, basically, I mean, it's before I started any kind of weight loss journey. So, because for those of you who don't know, I started Weight Watchers back, it's like the very last week of February, first week of March, you know, it's just with February being a short month, it was like right in there. And before that, though, I had just been counting calories, doing the Atkins diet. I did that, what is that one with the drops, HCG diet that you eat like 500 calories a day. I did all of them. I did every single one of them, and I mean, it was like I'd lose a whole bunch of weight. I've been down to where I am right now. I was around 197, 8 when I regained a bunch of weight before I started Weight Watchers. So I've done it all, I feel like, and there's so many, but when I started Weight Watchers, that's when I started thinking of it more as a lifestyle change versus just a weight loss journey. So, I mean, and so I started thinking in my head, it's like, if I had thought about this back then, I might have been more successful no matter what plan I had been on. But for some reason, Weight Watchers, being on Weight Watchers made me change my thinking. It really did. So these are just some things that I wish I knew before I started losing weight. So, and they're in no particular order. This is just as my brain was, you know, flying, and I wrote them down so I would remember. So, one of the big things is just take it 1 pound at a time. So, and that is such, I mean, that is something that you think that you would know, you know, when starting. And actually, so first, I want to say this first before I go through my list. You know, I'm sure a lot of these, you guys all will be like, well, I already knew that, which is fine. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's what I want to kind of talk about, is that, you know, what other things besides these things that came into my head do you guys wish you'd known before, you know, starting your weight loss journey? Or maybe you brand new, you have not had to ever go on a weight loss journey and you're just started now, and maybe this will help you. And I want us all to talk about it at the bottom and give, you know, in the comments, and, you know, talk about other things that you wish you had known, because I think this will help other people as they, you know, watch the video and look at the comments and think about, yeah, wow, I wish I would have known that, or wow, I'm going to keep that in mind as I continue on my journey. So that's kind of where my thought process was on that. So let's go into my list. So like I said, 1 pound at a time. Again, seems obvious, right? But I think we kind of, I mean, at least me, I had it in my head thinking, especially when you first start your journey, and that weight sometimes just boom, just, I mean, depending on how heavy you were, I was at 280 pounds. So that first like couple weeks, it was like, wow, it just came off fast. I mean, I would say actually the first 25 pounds came off super fast, but that was because I ate junk food. I ate, you know, I drank soda 2 or 3 a day, you know, so when I stopped that stuff, it just came off. That was just natural, like eating bad, you know, stuff. So, but, and then after that though, as it was slowing down, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. But if I would have kept in my mind 1 pound at a time, that's true. You know, just, this is a marathon. And that's what we all have to keep in our mind. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We, you know, there's, and I think it's really hard when you see these things on magazines that say, oh, lose 10 pounds in a week to fit into that little black dress, you know, that kind of thing. Those are so terrible, because that's why people get in their mind, it's like, oh, I'm going to do this diet and lose 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks. Okay, you might, but are you going to be able to keep it off? You know, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it, is the slower I take it off, maybe the longer I can keep it off, because I'm doing it at a pace that I can keep up with. Hope that makes sense. The next one is number 2. Weight loss takes a lot of patience. Oh my goodness. That's kind of goes along with the whole 1 pound at a time thing. It will try your patience, because there's those weeks you've gained, or those weeks you stay the same, or those many weeks that you stay the same. My friend Jessie over there at Weight Watchers with Jessie, she, if I recall, she was the same weight for 5 months. Man, that girl has patience. That's why she is my hero. She is my weight loss hero, because she stuck it in there. I mean, that she is the, like, you look up patience, weight loss patience, you know, there'll be her picture there, because that is, yeah, it takes patience, and she mastered it, and I want to be that way. And I feel like I can be at now, because I did go through a point where, I mean, I was mad because it was like 3 or 4 or 5 weeks I stayed the same, or would gain a little tiny bit and then maybe lose a little tiny bit. You know, it was horrible. That was end of June all the way through July. It was just horrible. But I think because I went through that, now I'm okay. I mean, I think I got this patience down. I hope. So, but yes, weight loss takes a lot of patience. So you just have to just take it as it comes. Number 3, focus on being healthy, eating right, moving more, the weight will come off. This is where Weight Watchers comes into play, because in all the other ones, I mean, I know some people have to do low carb because they are, you know, that's just, they're like, a lot of them are like, I have to go gluten free because you're allergic to gluten. I know that's where a lot of low carb stuff comes in, diabetes and all that stuff. I don't know all the things, but I know that some people have to be low carb because of something in their body. So, but in my experience with low carb, I lost a lot of weight pretty quickly. But then when I went off of it, I gained it all pretty quickly, plus more. So for me, with Weight Watchers, it is about focusing on being healthy, and just that, you know, then you have the fit points, and you know, you have to move to get those fit points. I mean, it seems like to me it encourages you to eat healthier, to move more, and just focus on eating right and being healthy. And, you know, in the beginning, I think we all think, okay, I just want to lose the weight, then I'll worry about being healthy. And that's where my mindset was at too. And I wish I would have known in the beginning that as long as I just, you know, I do my exercises, and it doesn't have to be huge, strenuous exercises, depends on how fast you want to lose it. And I think if I'm just going to focus on this 1 pound at a time, and just focusing on, I know the things I'm putting in my body are healthy, I know I'm moving more, that weight will come off. It just may take a while. I just have to be patient. So you see, all 3 of those all go together. I didn't number them. Number 4, it's not only about the scale. And that one I still struggle with. I'm not going to say that all of these I have mastered. No. Because I still will get obsessive about the scale. I've been trying to stay off of it, and I've been successful the last few weeks. But before, sometimes I weigh myself 2-3 times a day. And before Weight Watchers, I was weighing myself, I don't even know how many times a day. Every time I ate, you know, it was so bad. It was getting to be an obsession, and it was getting to be an unhealthy one. And because it's not only about the scale. I mean, there's so much more. It's, you know, okay, so physical wise, you can measure, you can take your measurements, take pictures, and you'll see, you know, the scale isn't always what's telling you how your clothes fit. But then it also can look at things like how your skin looks. I mean, I notice now, since I've been eating healthier and drinking more water, that my skin is so much better than it used to be. I mean, I never had like breakouts and things like that pretty much ever, but just I have really super dry skin. I have thyroid issues, and because of that my skin gets really super dry. My nails get really brittle, they break really easily. I mean, my hair falls out. But I've noticed though, with being on this journey, I really feel like that this is changing me physically in more ways than just my body composition. So I think that's why it's more than just about the scale. It's about being healthy and treating your body right. But that's hard to say when you're still in the middle of this journey. I mean, I still have, you know, before I hit my first goal, I still have, what is it, 45 pounds to go. 45? 40 pounds. Yeah, 45 pounds to go before I hit my first, you know, Weight Watchers goal. So I have still a long ways to go. I mean, that's a long ways. And so I can't, you know, I know that I'm going to have to weigh myself, and it is, I just don't want it to define me, if that makes any sense. Number 5, my goals will change. Wow, that, you know, that's another one of those things where it's like, yeah, why didn't I know that? My goals, yeah, I mean, I think I always, and they might change like on a, you know, sometimes a weekly basis. I mean, I bet as far as my first like weight goal is 150 pounds. That's where I want to, I'll see what it looks like at that point and then go from there. But, you know, as far as, you know, I say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I mean, your goals are just going to change. I mean, and I may hit 160 pounds and I may say, you know what, I just don't know. I haven't seen myself at any of those weights since high school. I mean, when I was in high school, I was about 130, 140 pounds, but I got pregnant with my first son when I was in high school. I was 17 years old. I gained 80 pounds with that pregnancy. So, and I never, you know, I mean, I've been over 200 pounds since then. I just never lost it all. And I just gained from there. And so I don't know what it'll look like at 160. I may look okay at 160. So I think we all just have to realize our goals are going to change. We need to adjust them as we go along. Next one, it's never over. I will always have to watch what I eat. And that is very true. I mean, obviously, or I wouldn't have got to where I am now. So it's like, again, you know, I hit my goal. So I hit 150 pounds. I can't just say, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just going to go, you know, and I feel like this is another thing that Weight Watchers teaches you by, you know, going into lifetime and going into maintenance. And so now it's going to be a lifetime maintaining your weight loss. So that's, you know, and I think sometimes I mean, I have to say, I was saying the same way, you know, I think, okay, I get down to my goal weight, bam. Now I can have pizza when I want to. Now I can have this. If I do that, I'm going to gain weight. You know, I'm going to be back where I started. I'll be back here where I started. You know, I mean, I can't do that. So it's going to be a lifetime journey. It'll be a little bit of an easier one, and it's more of like adjusting. You know, you may be able to indulge a little bit more, but you know, but in a way though too, I don't want to do that because I know it's not healthy for my body. And I'm not saying, heck, no, yeah, I will be eating a pizza or a cheeseburger once in a while because I want it. But it's just not going to be an everyday occurrence because I know it's not good for me. Next one, love yourself. It's so simple, but so hard. And I know that probably every single one of you will understand. And it's because when we, you know, it's like when you start this journey, you probably don't like yourself very much because you let yourself get to this point and you don't realize that if you can't love yourself, you are never going to be happy. You can get down to your 150 pounds. You know, if I didn't learn this on my way, I can get down to 150 pounds. That doesn't mean I'm going to like myself anymore. I'm just going to be 130 pounds lighter than I was when I started. So, you know, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be a happier person inside. You may appear to be happy on the outside because you lost all the weight and you can fit into the cute clothes you want to wear, but that doesn't mean that you're happy on the inside if you can't love yourself. And then you're just not going to be healthy inside and out. Next one, you will talk about weight loss a lot. And that is so true. And it's like it almost consumes you, but I don't know if it necessarily has to be in a bad way. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but it is something you have to think about, because you'll notice it'll pop into conversation. I mean, it pops up. I have to like think about things. It's like, okay, at work there's a lot of my coworkers who go out to lunch every day. A lot of them just go out a few times a week. And they'll ask me and I'll just tell them, no, you know, I mean, because it's so hard for me to not indulge when I'm in a restaurant. They always want to go to like Mexican, and it's so hard to resist, you know, certain things there. And so I always say I have to go on Friday because that's my weigh-in day. So if you guys go out to lunch on Friday, let me know. I'll come with you. So I feel like it pops up in conversation a lot, because then you mention that and like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, Weight Watchers. Oh, you know, and so then they ask about it. So it's just one of the things, you're going to talk about it a lot, and especially since I have a YouTube channel, then it comes up quite a bit with like family and the people who do know about my channel. It's just kind of, you know, then we all talk about it, and so you just have to be prepared to talk about it a lot, and it doesn't have to be negative. It's just that you just have to learn that to not make it negative, because it's a positive thing, because you're not only losing weight, you're also getting healthy. This is number 9. Take before pictures measurements when you begin. Being able to see how far you have come is an amazing motivator. And that is so true. So I didn't do that. I have the videos for here, you know, I mean, I've been making videos and I've taken some measurements doing some of these challenges, but I don't know if I have anything from when I started at 280 pounds, and I'm really upset about that. I'm going to look around and see what I have on my computer. I think I might have some around 250 pounds, but I didn't do that, and it's just because I was just so like unhappy with myself and embarrassed and, you know, all that stuff. And you can't think that way. You just do it. I mean, you're the only one who has to see them. And then if you choose to share them later on, then you can do that. And the thing is, you will probably want to share them later on. When you get down to your goal weight, you will want to be able to show this side-by-side picture. And you know, because it'll make you just so proud, because you should be proud. And that's, yeah, I just wish I'd done it. And I just encourage everybody to do it now. And that's why I took measurements, and because I'm gonna, you know, I want to start doing it now. And I just encourage that. And the last one is, you don't have to be perfect every day. You just have to accept that every day is not going to be a perfect, like for me, 30 smart point day. I know there's some days I'm going to go over, some days I'm going to go under, and I just have to keep in my mind that there's going to be slip-ups, you know, and it's okay. Don't let it derail me. And that's what I used to do. You know, I would, when I was counting calories, you know, it would just be like, oh, I went so far over. Okay, well, fine. I went over on Friday. Now the whole weekend's just gone. I'm just going to start again on Monday. We've all done that. We'll start on Monday. There's no reason why you can't start on a Wednesday. You can start a weight loss journey on a Wednesday, you know, because not every day is perfect, and you don't need to start out in a perfect week, a perfect day, beginning of a month, because it's not. Just do it. And just when there's a slip up, just move on. Just move along and just let it go. Plus, you have special occasions. You know, we have holidays coming up right now. Just, as Kim said, and I'm going to keep saying this because I thought it was wonderful, it's just one day. So do that one day. Doesn't have to be perfect, and just move on. So that, you know, just got to remember, it's not going to be perfect. So don't let it derail you. Don't let it, you know, consume you. And yeah. So I encourage you all to kind of go through some things in your mind and say, you know, what did you wish you knew before you started your weight loss journey? What kind of things are you learning now that you wish you had known in the beginning that might have made this a better journey? And I'd love to hear if any of these things will help you now as you go. If you just started your journey or you never thought about these things before, did it help you? Which ones did help you? And don't forget to leave below how you guys all did this week for your weight loss. I want to hear any challenges you had, all your successes, and what your goals are for the week. So thank you for watching, and I'm sorry this video is a little bit longer than normal. I think it looks like it's about 20 minutes. So Hope y'all don't mind. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.